Hey there, welcome to Electric Avenue's video channel. Record Store Day Rundown, June 2021. Record Store Day is happening this Saturday at 8 a.m. At this location. Get up early, get your coffee. Remember to wear a mask. We are still doing masks required indoors. Please wear them properly. I had some people in today who started off fine and then they would turn into chin diapers for some reason. We're basically doing this just to keep everybody still safe, including us. We've all been vaccinated on the staff, but we'll still be masking and following some distancing guidelines because we all want to be healthy to be able to bring you the July 17th drop 2 of the Record Store Day. So, I don't think it's too much to ask for 20, 30 minutes while people are in the store for you to do that when we're wearing it for 8 to 10 hours. I'll probably be wearing it for like 12 hours that day. So, just saying. All right. Hey, thank you very much for being respectful, and we appreciate it. So, and if we didn't have, I've talked before about the immune compromised person in my life, and I try to do what I can to keep it so she does not get really sick. And when you've seen people get really sick, you don't want them to get anything if you can help it. So, all right. So I'm going to just buzz right through these because there's so many. There's like, what, 250 titles? It feels like, I don't know. So, all right. And here we go. Bam. Back hyperspace. This is a great hologram cover edition of this. Ooh, shiny. So this album came out a couple years ago. It's got remixes of 4 of the tracks and also a bonus track. So it's a very limited edition sort of thing. I don't have a lot of those, but hey, prepare. You might be interested. What can I say about Janis Joplin? Hasn't been said before. Pearl picture disc. Very nice presentation of that. That will be exciting. Kenny Dorham, Quiet Kenny. This I think is going to be probably, I'm sure there won't be enough of them. This is a mono edition and cut by Kevin Gray, all analog mastering. Rudy Van Gelder had a hand in that. So the jazz stuff, it's really exploded in the last year, and so it's always hard to get and hard to get enough. So apologies if you happen to not be one of those people, but we're trying. Jazz Dispensary Volume 2. This is very cool cover art that's kind of like, I don't know if you can see, it's sort of raised. They do such a great job with these. Last year they had a great one that sort of looked like an orange sun or something. Anyway, Latin sort of like funk jazz stuff. Ray Barretto, Charles Erland, Cal Theater. I think that's how you say that. I've never quite figured that out. All right, speaking of funk, Michelle Indigo Cello, Peace Beyond Passion, a great debut record. I believe it was her debut. Oh no, this might have been the second. I'm not really sure. I was probably the second. Anyway, she's a great bass player, great singer. Anyway, I could go on about her. People get her confused a lot with Gail Ann Dorsey of David Bowie's band, and it's like, well, there are two blonde, they're not blonde, two black, beautiful, bass playing, soul, funk, women. There's room for more than one, so for sure. Joe Strummer, this is a picture disc, Junko Partner. I don't know. I could go on and on about Joe Strummer. Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G., the duets. This is pretty cool, limited edition. They're kind of the final collection from Biggie on red and black swirl vinyl. Features Jay-Z, Faith Evans, Missy Elliott, Nas, and includes an exclusive 7-inch, which kind of makes that really collectible, I think. Jim Croce. So this is sort of a reproduction of some Jim singles. You Don't Mess Around with Jim. Jim was probably buried maybe less than 10 miles from where I am here, so he's got a lot of Philly connections. I think a lot of people around here are going to want that. This cover always creeped me out. Alkaline Trios, From Here to Infirmary. Sort of an emo hit reissue from back in the day. Another one, sort of 20, 15, 20 years OAR. This is Stories of a Stranger, first time on vinyl, cut at 45 on sky blue vinyl. Told you I'm zipping through these. Orange Goblin, Lullaby for the Damned. This is pressed on orange vinyl. Gotta get it if you like metal. Electric Wizard. This one is limited repressing, a 2014 album on Aztecia green vinyl with a poster. More punk, Joey Ramone, on pink and black splatter vinyl. This was his solo record. I guess it was going to be his 70th birthday, so they're sort of commemorating that. Soul Slabs 3 on Coal Mine Records. This will probably come out later, I would think, on black vinyl, but this is a red vinyl record store day version. There aren't a lot of these to go around, unfortunately. I think they were being very sort of like picky about who got what, but it does have a bunch of stuff from their 7-inch catalog, which if you like Daptone Records type stuff, it's kind of along those lines. Connor Oberst, Ruminations. This is a 2016 album reissue. This has, I guess he sort of expanded it somehow, but it says he thought really highly of this record and wanted to reissue it, and he was the lead singer for Bright Eyes, which was his project. Mark Lanegan Band. His project before this was Screaming Trees, so some people might know him from that. Here Comes That Weird Chill, mastered at 45 RPM, includes Methamphetamine Blues. Let's see, we got The Fix, Reach the Beach. The Fix, you're like, I can find this in a lot of record stores. Well, can you find it 180 gram vinyl remastered with 2 bonus tracks, Deeper and Deeper long version and Going Overboard, the B-side of One Thing Leads to Another. So that's their biggest selling album. I would think that people will want that. Tune Yards, Who Kill. This is Meryl's debut record, or not debut, but it's sort of a breakthrough record for her. I can't believe it's the 10-year anniversary. It's a splatter vinyl edition. Vast, this is a record that came out 20 years ago. Sort of a alternative rocky, I don't know, sort of somewhere in the grunge meets electronic, sort of, maybe more grunge, but I can't say grunge because it's more like, it's not even nu metal. I don't even know what to call it. It's rock. All right. Jim Messina and his Jesters, the Dragsters. Jim played surf rock early on, so that's kind of cool. Uriah Heep, Magician's Birthday, a reimagining of the cover on silver sort of splattery vinyl. Roger Dean did the artwork on that version too. I don't know much about this record, Sigh. I think it's sort of heavy because it's on Candlelight and Spine Farm Records, but it's kind of a cool embossed cover there. Warpaint, The Fool. This album was a good album enough on its own, and Andrew Weatherall did a mix of it before he passed away. So don't have a lot of those, but that's pretty cool. Robert Plant, Live at Nebworth. This is sort of a bare bones kind of packaging here, but it does have Wearing and Tearing featuring Jimmy Page on guitar. So this is kind of interest to Led Zeppelin fans. We've got Frankie and the Witch Fingers, Brain Telephone. Great splatter vinyl, pink and white Brain Matter splatter. If you like psych rock and stuff like that, they're a little more recent. But we got the Wipers, Youth of America. This is a reissue of the 1981 album with a bunch of extra sessions and includes the original rejected cover artwork. Well, I don't know why. There's nothing wrong with that. Why was it rejected? Love Spit Love. So Richard Butler of Psychedelic Furs. This was the first Love Spit Love album. Black and White Swirl Vinyl 1997 album. You would know them, or most people would, from if they watched Charmed. It was the cover of How Soon Is Now that they did the theme song for that. Lowrider Love. This is a collection of just lowrider tunes. The Dells, Gene Chandler, going back into the VJ and Fania catalogs. Oh gosh, Chicago, the Blues Today. It's a great Vanguard reissue. This is 3 LPs, all analog. Kevin Gray. Yeah, it's got a lot of. I had someone ask for this like a year ago, and we couldn't get it, and it was out of print. And here it is, Record Store Day. Perfect time for that. Okay, Freddie Gibbs and Madlib, Pinata, 1984. Oh, I love the reproduction of the Island Records logo there, with the funny little MCA writing down there. It says music from TV's nighttime hit series starring Freddie Gibbs and Madlib. Guest stars Mac Miller, Scarface, Danny Brown, Earl Sweatshirt, Raekwon. So I don't know if you're a Freddie Gibbs fan, you might want that. Canned Heat Blues Band. This is sort of like the newer version of Canned Heat, doing a bunch of old songs. And then indie rock, Animal Collective, Prospect Hummer. This is a reissue on colored vinyl, if you like Animal Collective. A record that I was sort of really excited about was this Red Hot and Blue, Cole Porter. It was basically a Cole benefit for AIDS research in 1990. All these artists did Cole Porter covers. Nana Cherry, Sinead O'Connor, Fine Young Cannibals, Debbie Harry, Iggy Pop, the Pogues, David Byrne, Tom Waits, Annie Lennox. So quite a few. U2, Katie Lang, Erasure. Anyway, great record. Colored vinyl. Oh gosh. Let's go to pile number 2. Wasted Youth. Reagan's In. Boy, that's a classic. People be wanting that. Richard Hell and the Voidoids. Demos, Destiny Street. 1979-1980. Daniel Lanois. His newest album, you would know him, or people would know him from his production on with Brian Eno on U2 and Peter Gabriel Records. But he also did Wrecking Ball for Emmylou Harris. And anyway, that I think it's supposed to be a sort of a gospel-y record. There's the Genesis EP for Mama, live at Nebworth, similar to the Robert Plant. Village of the Damned soundtrack, John Carpenter and Dave Davies doing spooky music. Horror soundtracks are a big deal now. Def Leppard, 1980, live in Oxford. If you like early Def Leppard, highly recommend that. Robert Palmer, Sneakin' Sally Through the Alleys. So, this album's harder to get than one would think. And there's no sticker or anything on here to indicate what this is, and it's kind of annoying that Friday Music would do this, but they remastered it. Joe Ragoso did it from the Island Tapes at Friday Music Studios, and it's supposedly on green vinyl. So, if you like that record, now might be a time to get it, because I don't know how many times that's going to show up remastered. Opeth, Morning Rise. It's on blue vinyl and 2 records, and this is sort of their doomy or earlier phase. They're a little bit more progressive now, I guess. Dirty 3. So this album doesn't photograph really well. It's Ocean Songs. It's got a really pretty cover. Warren Ellis sort of had a lot to do with this, and it has the original album, and then there's another live version of it with Nick Cave on it, on blue and violet vinyl. This is something that I think is kind of a no-brainer. 21 Pilots, The Location Sessions. The reason I say that is it's actually a rather affordable record, and there are a lot of things that are just kind of expensive, but if you're a kid and you like 21 Pilots, you should have no problem affording this. I don't know why they didn't press the new record, since the album hasn't been out yet, but we should have a fair amount of those. So Jonathan Richman having a party. 30th anniversary, says a wide release on Bermuda Seafoam vinyl. I guess the seafoam in Bermuda is particularly beautiful. Maybe someone can explain that. Oh, Grunge Truck, Grunge Classic. This is very wanted if you're a grunge fan. Um, and you'll know the record. If you know the record, oh, you'll know the record. But it's pretty cool seeing a few few of these showing up again, and it's colored vinyl too. Most of this stuff is, but L7, the Beauty Process, 90s female rock classic. I wish that we got more of those. They were kind of stingy with some of that stuff, but other music documentary soundtrack. It's a lot of 90s indie rock. More actually more recent too. Animal Collective. This is like into the 2000s. Animal Collective, Neutral Milk Hotel, Vampire Weekend, Sharon Van Etten, Bill Callahan. These are mostly at the location Other Music or the Bowery Ballroom. If you might remember, Other Music was the record store in Times Square that was there forever that closed because of rent issues. Jaded Hearts Club. So this is kind of a collective of British supergroup. I hesitate to say, but you got Matt Bellamy of Muse down there. You got Graham Coxon of Blur. There's some of these other guys from other bands. I can't remember who's in what from looking at the picture. But anyway, they do all covers of like British classics like Please Please Me, My Generation, Back in the USSR, Sunshine of Your Love, Paint It Black, and Helter Skelter. Sounds like fun. Let's see, Devo. There's a couple of them here. This is sort of live and a remix set, and then this is Jerry Casale's Jihad Jerry and the Evildoers record. So if you want Devo, you got a couple of choices. I think there's also Residents I haven't seen. There's a Groundhogs record, Who Will Save the World. That's big for the rock guys. Laura Croft Tomb Raider, very popular 90s, well, 2000, I think. U2, Nine Inch Nails, Chemical Brothers, Missy Elliott, Outkast, Moby, Basement Jaxx. You get the picture. She Needs a New Pair of Shoes. Perfume Genius. This is his remix album. If you liked his last record, that's worth getting. Link Ray sings and plays guitar. That's worth getting if you like guitar music. Albert Collins, it's blues, live blues. I'm just zipping through these. This is highly sought after. Doors, Morrison Hotel. You go. There's a lot of versions of Queen of the Highway, but that's because it's amazing to hear them go through all of these different iterations and what they eventually came up with. And in this pile, last one I'm going to show there is Prince. Wow. The Truth. Cool printing there. This was an album that was buried as the fourth disc in his Crystal Ball set, finally issued on its own on vinyl. All right, I think that's enough for right now. I was going to go on, but you guys, this is just taking too long. I know you want to see the Motley Crue cassette box set. Or the MF Doom Czarface 3-inch record. All right, but there's a ton of stuff. I may be showing more in pictures, so I don't want this video to get any longer. And please take care of yourselves and have a great time. Be safe. We'll see you Saturday morning. All right, peace. Thank you so much. Look forward to July 17th.